The time has come for the second generation of the XP2, the XP1. It is the XP2, the Luminaire Innov-is XP2 by Brother. So if y'all have been watching my videos, you'll know that we've done tons on the XP1. Well, there's the next generation, XP2, and we're going to go over some of the features that are different from the XP2 for the XP1. So there's tons of new designs already in the machine. So if I just go to the opening screen, you'll see, if I turn it off and turn it back on, it's the same opening screen as before, which we're all in love with and familiar with. And on the outside of the machine, you'll notice that it just has a little bit of a different look. The icon is different, and there's like a blue border on the screen, which I think looks perfect with my SDX230D scan and cut. It's just like they match, which I really like. So let's just start from the beginning. In the sewing portion of the machine, there is a new sticker. Okay, and this is for sewing. Maybe some of you are familiar with the snowman stickers for embroidery. Well, this is the snowball stickers for sewing. And how it works is the camera in the machine will read this little circle and know exactly where to end your stitch every time. So you don't have to rely on, getting it right each time. And you can choose it to stop mid-stitch or to stop at the actually end of the stitch. So if you're like stitching a diamond, it will go all the way to the end of that point. So that is this, and we will talk about that once I get you closer. The next big feature is there is an embroidery. We're going to go there. Just on the surface, the couching designs are included on this machine, and you get the couching foot. So this is a really cool feature to have if you want to do couching. Really, really fun and cool to do. There's tons of new designs in the machine. So there's 2 more categories than were on the XP1, and in each category there's 75. There's 75 in the first one and then 50 in the second one. So you do the math. Tons of beautiful quilting stitches, and we'll get into that. And oh my gosh, it's so exciting. There's 2 apps that you can use for this machine. There's one where you can send background images or images for my design center through an app directly wirelessly to the machine. And there's also a stitch monitor app. So if you're like embroidering away and you're like, I'm gonna go do the dishes for a little while, and I want to be notified when my thread color needs to be changed. So the app will actually let you know where you are in the stitching process, which is so neat. Another feature that it has is in my design center, there is 42 fills now in this machine. 42. Hello. That's a lot. I love it. I love that there's 42 fills. If I just bring in a shape, and there's more manipulation to those fills. You can bring in like your paint bucket, and when you pull up your fills, you can pick so many, 42. And I really love the designs. So if I just like drop that in there, you can see. And then when I click next, you have the ability to do thicker, like this last option is a new function on the machine, and it allows you to do the triple stitch on the fill. And there's more manipulation for random shift. So there's a type A, B, C on there. And you can go on the XP1, you could only do random shift 3. This one, you can go up to 6 random shift. So I absolutely love that. Last but definitely not least, okay, last but definitely not least, there is a hoop that's going to be available for this machine. It's a magnetic hoop made by Brother, and it has detachable magnets on it, so that instead of like a snap hoop, which I just bought one, but I'll still use it for different things, you can remove like the sides but keep the other side, so that you can literally, instead of taking everything out, moving it and putting the whole top back on, you can pull it through the hoop. Yes, and with that, because it utilizes not only just for, you know, moving around your quilt sandwich for free motion, you can utilize the sashing in embroidery. So this button is on the XP1, but you only had 10 different designs. In the first category, you get 20 designs. So it's twice as many sashing patterns that you can do. Plus, there's 5 additional sashing patterns that are 2-color designs. So I love that. So it will give it like dimension, which is fun. And then hexagons. Oh my goodness. So there's so many things that you can do with hexagons. My mind is like, is being so creative, trying to think of everything that I could do, but even just like small hexagons. But you can do like a huge hexagon quilt edging, where you connect the pattern pieces using the magnetic hoop, and it does the full border in a hexagon. So cool, guys. Also, if like say I select one and I click set, I can put inches into this machine. So I did have to adjust it from millimeters to inches as the default measurement whenever I first got it set up. So let's just pretend I have it's going to ask me for my size when I pull in my hexagon. Let's just pretend I have a 4 foot by 4 foot. So that's 48 by 48 inches. So I'm going to put 48 inches here, and then I want it to be maybe about 4 inches, the design to be 4 inches. So I'm going to set the design width to be 4 inches. Let's see. Okay, let's try something different. Okay, I can do 3 inches. So it is, it'll tell you, you can do 1.18 to 3.94 inches on the depth of the design. So that's good to know. And then when you select your hoop here, you can select the brand spanking new magnetic hoop by Brother, which is 7 by 14. And it will be recognizable in the machine. So yeah, I love it. And I think you're going to love it too. All right, I feel like this is like XP2 boot camp. I'm sweating. Okay. Okay, so guess what just came in? It's like I'm unboxing them as they're coming in, literally. The magnetic sash frame. So we'll have this available for the Brother Luminaires and the multi-needle machines. So it's the slide-on hoop style, and they say it's compatible with the Luminaire because of the sashing feature, but you can totally put this, if you don't use the sashing feature, you can use it with the Dream Machine, the Stellaire, the V series. So anything that will sew up to 14 by 7, but in the XP1 with the upgrades, it will be recognizable since it's a Brother hoop. But for the other models, since it's not the sashing, so you technically, you can use it, but you need to use a trace feature with the V series, Dream Machines, and Stellaires. So yeah, let's get it opened. Oh my gosh, it contains magnets. Brother finally made a magnetic hoop. I'm so excited. And this is like, this box is so crisp. I don't want to break it. But I just want to rip into it. Rip into it so bad. Oh my gosh, don't die. Okay, let's just open this carefully. Whew. Here we go. So there's two options for this. So it contains 8 magnets, a lifter, and the 7x14 frame. So this is it. It says it's for use with XP1 and XP2, because with the upgrade for the XP1, so you current Lumi owners like me, it will be recognizable through the upgrade. So this is it. Let's sort through the cardboard and get to the good stuff. Okay, so here, this is the lifter tool. So let's just open this. And since these are such strong magnets, this will protect your fingers from being, you know, bitten. I'm sure you snap hoop folks will all know. I know for sure, I've been bitten a few times. So we'll take the hoop out of the box. And there's an instruction manual also, which I'll have to read the instructions after the video because I just don't have time right now because we're in a hurry to do all of our big reveal live shows, but I wanted to do a pre-recorded as well. Oh my gosh, so I can practice, right? Okay, so let's just take the tape off. And it comes very nice. Oh, it's sturdier than I thought. Okay, so this is, we take our lifter tool and you can just place it under here and lift off the pieces and they just snap off. And I believe that's how you use it. That way you don't get bitten by it. So I'm just going to take off all the magnets, and so that we can take off this bubble wrap. And let's see how to do that. Okay, so that just lifts off. It actually, you can lift it off with your hand, but it's pretty strong. It's not going anywhere. So Brother does make some good quality products. And it's, there we go. You just have to lift it off. Okay, so we'll take off the bubble snaps. I love bubble wrap. I'll have fun with that later. Okay, so this is the hoop. And this is like the magnet part. And so optimally, you're using this with something that you need to shift around a lot. Okay, so I have all of my magnets off of my magnetic hoop, and let's just say this is a runner that I want to do. So I'm going to put my fabric on my starting position, and then essentially we could just move it down with the sashing. So we're going to just lay our, and optimally it would be backed as well. So your top fabric and your backing. So we're going to place the magnets back on the frame. So the arrows point in, and you'll notice too, there is like a caution on here. Be careful for your fingers. It is magnetic, and I'm assuming this is a pacemaker, so that's something that you definitely want to know. Just be careful with that. Okay, so you just put it down with the magnets, and then you would put it on the machine and embroider your design. So all the arrows are going to be facing in. And then 1, 2, 3. And I love how you can do all 3 sides and then you smooth it out here and then put it on. So then this is what it looks like hooped. And that's the back. And then you can just slide it on to the machine. It has the slide on feature. And then you do your embroidery. And then when you're ready to change, you can take it out. And this is the sashing part where you use the snowman to align it back again. So you would remove all but 2 and then be able to slide the fabric. So let me just do it this way because I'm sliding, and I'll slide it towards me. Okay, so I'm going to take off definitely these 2 because that's not going to help me whenever. And I noticed that it's easy if you just kind of push it forward or pull it back like away from. And it's got these nice little handles on it, which is helpful for when you're doing that. And then I'm going to pull, and it's going to keep it all together for me. Actually, okay, so this is pulling the fabric, but I could also pull the hoop. Oh, that's how you do it. Then rehoop it like that. Okay, you get the idea. I'm gonna have to do some practicing and consulting with Brother, but that is the magnetic hoop frame for sashing. More to come. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it helped explain the differences of the new technology in the XP2 machine. If you have any questions, we're allbrands.com. Please comment or direct message us. We'd be happy to help you. You can call us at 866-255-2726. We're allbrands.com. We're a family-owned business. We've been in business since 1976, and we love the Brother machines, and we just know that you will too.